welcome to Pilates and Yoga for Parkinson's. My name is Meg. Really, this class is for anybody at all. This recording is being developed because the space that we normally offer this class, the Script Studios at ADF in Durham, North Carolina, is temporarily not offering classes. And in response to your requests, here I am in your home, which is going to be entertaining to say the least. Typically, our class is in 3 segments. We start seated in a chair, and then we stand and either use the chair or a wall for balance, and then finally we move to the floor. So I've decided what I'm going to do is do 3 separate videos. I'm shooting for 20-ish minutes for each one, and then you can kind of pick and choose what you would like to do. I'm a little hesitant to offer these videos because I can't see you guys, and so much of what I do when I'm teaching is based on watching you and the information I gather. So I am just like super trusting you to really pay attention to how things feel in your body. Challenge yourself when you want to, stop when you need to. If you have a friend you can move with, that would be ideal because then you can keep an eye on each other. Most of all, I want you to have fun, be safe, challenge yourself, and pay attention to your body, and be smart. So that being said, let's move. Other thing, I'm not going to have any music because I'm afraid that could be kind of distracting, but you could have music in your home. So if you want to get up and go turn on some music, go for it, and we're going to get started. So, first up, like we always do, find your alignment. You might be all the way back in your chair, and you could use the back of the chair for support, or you could come out more towards the edge. If you do that, check your chair, make sure you feel stable, know where you are. And then we're going to go ahead and just plant your feet down into the floor, and if you put your hands on your thighs, you'll see you've already got some muscles moving just by pushing into the floor, which is kind of cool. So we're already working by pressing the feet down. Press into your chair, and as you press down, there's this rebound effect of growing tall, so really reach the kind of the head to the ceiling. Go ahead and just gently press those shoulders back, not so it feels awkward, but just so you're aware of your upper back engaging. And then take your belly to your hand to your belly for a moment, and see if you could pull your belly button away from your hand, and now you've engaged your center. So we're already working just sitting here with this beautiful alignment. A great guideline for alignment is ears are pretty much over shoulders, which are over your rib cage, which is over your pelvis. So we are good to go. From there, let's take a moment just to kind of settle in. If you're comfortable with it, you could close your eyes. If that's not comfortable to you, just cast your gaze down to the floor out in front of you. And give yourself a moment to just notice what's going on around you. When you close your eyes, suddenly you notice other things about the space you're in. And when you're practicing in a new space, so many things can become distracting. But I believe if you take a few moments to notice the sounds that you hear, notice the scents that are in the room that you're in, just notice whatever comes to your awareness and invite it to be a part of this moment. It's not a distraction, it's a part of what is. And then shift your awareness from the space you're in to actually your body. We've set our alignment, but now I want you to feel that alignment. Pressing the feet down, legs engaged, pressing into your chair, sitting tall. And awareness of the upper back with your shoulders slightly back and melting away from the ears in your strong center. And then one more time, shifting your awareness and notice your breath. If it makes sense to modify your breathing, to tweak it a bit, to maybe take a little fuller breath cycle. Explore that and find a breath that makes sense. So we're gonna start to find some movement. Bring those hands out towards the knees. Eyes could stay closed or you could open them. You're gonna pull back on the knees, and as you pull back on the knees, the chest comes forward, look up towards the ceiling, start to open up the front of the body. When you exhale, press back, so the pelvis tilts back, the belly pulls in, kind of looking down towards the thighs or maybe the belly. And then we're just gonna keep moving back and forth like that. Inhale, open up the front of the body. Exhale, open up the back. The movement might start kind of small, and then gradually it can become larger. Next time you're arching the back, let's pause there for a few breaths. So your hands are pulling back on the knees, your pelvis tilts forward, your belly comes forward, your chest lifts, looking up at the ceiling, shoulders away from the ears. And while you're in this arched position, see if you could pull your belly towards your spine. And just notice what you feel. Continuing to breathe. And then let's switch that. You're pressing into the thighs, your pelvis tilts back, your belly pulls in, kind of tuck the lower ribs back, shoulders out of the ears, your neck stays long, and you're just looking down towards your thighs. A couple of breaths here. And then on your next inhale, let's just stack all those vertebrae up nice and tall. Long spine again. Awesome. From here, bring the hands down by the sides. Fingertips reach to the floor. Shoulders are out of the ears. And a couple of times we're gonna rotate at the arms. So you're gonna start by rotating at the wrist, the palms go back, and then let the elbows go back, and then let the shoulders go back. And then switch that and round everything forward. So it's rotation at the wrist, the elbows, the shoulders, and then everything in the opposite direction. Keep the crown of the head reaching high, and as you make that movement, let's go ahead and slowly bring those arms out to the sides. Paying attention to your shoulders, you might find that one arm is liking this and the other one's not, so maybe one hand's reaching up to the ceiling and the other one's not there, and that's okay. Then bring the hands in front, and you're just moving at your own pace. And then they'll find their way back to the sides. Nice. Now go ahead and inhale, reach the arms out to the sides. So we're going to do that same movement, but it's going to be a little different because we're going to rotate the left arm forward and the right arm back. And then switch that left arm back, right arm forward. And then just kind of play with that. So that kind of feels good in the shoulders, upper back. Getting those wrists moving. Nice. Reach both arms really long, and then let the arms float down by the sides. Awesome. From here, as you inhale, let both arms float up in front. When you exhale, they come down by the sides. Gonna continue that, and you're moving at your own pace. I can't see what everybody's doing, so just go with your breath, your pace. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. If your arms will allow and your shoulders are happy with it, those hands could come up even higher, maybe all the way up to the ceiling. Maybe you even look up to the fingertips as they go up in your back into the neck again, feeling kind of good. As the hands float up, keep the shoulders down. Nice. Next time, Your fingertips are reaching up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and look straight ahead. We're gonna turn the palms towards the front of the room. And from here, we're gonna, sitting up tall, belly strong, pull those elbows down and back. See if you could kind of squeeze the shoulder blades together. When you inhale, reach high again. Several of those. And imagine that when you pull those elbows down, it's like you're pushing into something really thick. So there's some resistance going on in the arms. I think one day in class, somebody said they were imagining they were pushing their elbows down into chocolate pudding. So whatever works for you, imagine what you're pushing through. Next time those elbows come down, let's see if we could get into what I usually call goalpost arms. So your elbows are pretty much even with your shoulders. You're still tall, pressing the feet into the floor, pressing into your chair, crown of the head high. This time as you exhale, push those arms towards each other. As you inhale, reaching back. And let's go several of those. Again, try and keep the shoulders out of the ears, the spine is long. Next time those arms come in front, we're gonna keep them there. We're gonna see if we could press the elbows, the forearms, and the palms together. Some of you are probably like this, and that's okay. You're still pressing, so give it your best shot. Trying to keep the shoulders down, that's really tough now. From here, could you lift the elbows a little bit and then slowly lower them back down? Now, if you've never done this before, you may be thinking, why is this so hard? This is a challenge for everybody. Everybody's arms are getting pretty heavy now. You may have all stopped by now, which would really be wrong if you're just watching me and not doing it. Nice. Next time those arms are up in front, with control, we're gonna take them out to the sides and then let them come right back down by the sides. Whew. Maybe just shake the arms out a little bit. Okay, let's, from here, I lost my train of thought. Let's get some of those wrist exercises in. So we're gonna bring our hands up and press the palms forward. So really think about pressing this part of your hand towards the front of the room, and the back side of the hand is pulling back towards you. Sitting up tall, shoulders down and away from the ears. When the hands come back, you're gonna make a fist, pull those elbows back, and I got a tight fist going on. Inhale, reach forward, exhale, pull back. So strong arms, really opening up the wrist, getting those forearms moving. Big reach forward, big pull back. If you want to add the noise that we make sometimes, you could. I'm going to do one, just so if you don't know what I'm talking about, when your arms came back, you could go, huh! I won't do any more because that might have been really loud for you, but you can do a couple of those. Nice. From here, again, shaking those arms out. Okay, so I want you to kind of be out towards the edge of your chair, but again, make sure you feel really stable in the chair. We're pressing both feet down, finding those leg muscles again. This time, keep the left foot pressing into the floor. Bring that right knee up. We're gonna extend that leg long. Bend through the knee, foot to the floor. Same thing, other side. So I press my right foot down for stability. Left knee is up. Extend, bend, and down. Awesome. So now you've got the movement going on. So I want you to think about what's happening in your torso, because most of us probably rounded forward when we did that. So find those upper back muscles. Find your center engaged. You're pressing into the chair. Knee lifts up. Extend the leg. Bend and down. Maybe your hands are on the chair. That will help some with alignment. So the leg movements are all about challenging your alignment through your torso. That's when we're going to get into those core muscles that everybody wants to work. Nice. Next time that right knee lifts up, keep the knee lifted, extend the leg, and several times point and flex, and then turn that into some circles. I don't know about you, but my leg's getting really heavy. Shoulders are back, belly strong, switch directions. Push into the heel. Could you lift a little higher? I can't. Bend through the knee, foot down. Check out your alignment. I started to slouch a little bit, so on the other side, working really hard to stay tall. Right foot's pressing down, left knee's gonna lift. Shoulders are back, belly strong. Several times, just straighten and bend. For those of you that come to my class regularly, you know I can't count and teach, so hang on to that and just do your own number. We're gonna point and flex a few times. Gonna make a few circles. Directions. I feel my leg lowering. Lift the chest, reach the crown of the head high, flexing that foot, lift the leg a little higher. And with control, let that leg come down. Whew. Nice, and just shake the legs out. Okay, let's do one stretch, and then we're gonna conclude this one. I have someone here helping me out. How long have we gone so far?
16.
16 minutes, awesome. We're almost gonna hit this 20 minutes right on it. So, sitting up tall, let's take that right leg, pull it in towards the chest. Really got to work hard to keep the shoulders back. A couple of times, just straighten and bend that leg. Nice. From here, we're going to take the leg out to the side a little bit. Grab the ankle and cross it over the thigh. So if this is causing any pain in your knee, this is not a good stretch for you. So we're not looking for knee pain. What we're really looking for is some stretching in that right hip. So maybe flexing the foot could help with the knee. Hanging on to whatever you can hang on to. I want you to sit up really tall. And when you sit up tall, kind of lift the chest and send your belly forward, and that might help you find a little bit more in the hip. You might not need to find any more in the hip. So if you don't need more, then ignore me. If you still want to find more, you're sitting up tall, you might hinge forward at the hips. And when I say hinge at the hips, I'm saying that because I don't want you to round forward. Your chest is still up. We would still be looking at each other if we were in the same room. That's going to give you maybe a little bit more. Another thing you could do is just play with the legs going from side to side, and you might end up finding something kind of surprising and magical in those hips. Keep on breathing. Nice. Go ahead and bring everything back to center. Sit up tall. Help that leg come back to the floor. And then let's go get the other one. We're sitting up tall. Bring that left knee in a couple of times. Straighten and bend the leg. Some point, you'll take the leg out to the side, find that left ankle, cross it over the right thigh. Gonna work on sitting up tall, so lift the chest, and your two hips, you know they're different, so one might be a little more of a stretch than the other. Maybe you're flexing that foot, maybe not. Pull yourself up tall. You might lean forward a little bit, or shift those legs around. Just find your thing. See if you can find a place just to hang out for a few breaths. Nice. Come back up tall. Release that leg. Let's do one more thing and then we will conclude our very first video. We're going to take our arms out really wide, wide as you can. And you all know where we're going with this. Bring those hands back like you're trying to touch the palms back behind you. And then reach around and give yourself a great big hug. Yay, our first video. Maybe rock a little side to side. Remember which arm is on top because we're going to hug ourselves one more time. Take those arms out really wide. Reach around again. Left arm on top this time. A little wiggling around. And then release those arms. Shake everything out. Thank you so much for being here. That's it for video number 1. Hope to see you or you see me in the next video. Namaste.